My first takeaway this week is over the evolution pattern, and what's next for it, and where the next form of emerging technology will lead society. We've seen each new medium as it comes out surpasses the previous primary medium, becoming more effective in spreading messages, both at speed and in delivery method. Each new medium at its peak was so consuming of our daily lives, and then the world of digital media, it already feels like everything the media is just all consuming. And the mass media companies, they're really effective at drawing us in, so it just kind of makes me wonder what the next step in the evolution will be. Who knows how bad that'll actually be. My second takeaway is over the decision making in digital media. And the media companies, they allow us to be content creators, and we take a main role in the decision making of what the message to push and how to push it. It seems like this kind of developed a strange power vacuum, and that a single creator can essentially, in ways, have as much power as media companies do in affecting public opinion. And this also allows the content creators, I think, to do a lot of the heavy lifting, because media companies don't really have to push a message. They can just let the users do it, and to push that message to other users. So it's kind of a win-win for the media companies. My third takeaway is over the nature of competition. American capitalism makes it so easy for monopolies just to buy up small companies and to gain immediate access to those new audiences. The media is so consolidated and is such a small grouping. It's easy for them to blur the lines in the messages. Left-wing outlets can push right-wing talking points subtly, and vice versa. And in today's world, the wealthy have so much control through monopolistic efforts. We don't really realize sometimes that the so-called competing companies are just owned by the same corporations, and so they all have the same end goal. My fourth takeaway is over constructing audiences. In the digital media, constructing audiences has really gone to a whole new level, and we've seen some pretty unethical practices put into place. All these companies collect so much data on us, from our browser history and what we're buying online, all the way to our personal information. We've seen scandals break, like the Cambridge Analytica, that really shows just how clever some of these companies are at getting all of our data and using it against us. Our privacy is pretty much sacrificed in the digital age. And then my final takeaway is over the argument made in the video that companies will try to silence free speech under the guise of their platform rules. This is, we've seen this a lot over the last few years at the forefront of social media. And to me, it's kind of a disingenuous argument, because private companies can impose whatever rules they want for the users of their services. And if the rules don't allow certain harmful misinformation or whatever it is to be posted, that's not silencing free speech. It's really no different than a restaurant refusing services for somebody not wearing a shirt. The argument over violation of free speech has actually kind of knocked down a lot of policies that have been put into place to stop it from being misused and weaponized, social media. Unfortunately, we're now seeing, with tolerance to a certain degree, there can be a lot of harm done. And so those are my takeaways for the week.